DreAllDay.com.
Before we start, please like and comment on this video so I can get your feedback. Also, click that subscribe button so you can get all the new content I'm dropping on this channel. And the free book, the mental handbook, physical book, Work on Your Game University, just take care of the shipping and handling, send this right to your doorstep. Let's get started. What we're about to talk about is how you can get ahead over this weekend. We know in the United States, this is Labor Day weekend. This is the last holiday of the summer. This is like the official end of the summer when Labor Day weekend happens. Some of y'all going on vacation, some of y'all traveling somewhere, some of y'all ain't going nowhere, some of y'all gonna be working. I'm gonna tell you how to get ahead this weekend. Before we do that, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. My hometown is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This behind me is Miami, Florida. This is where I live now, almost 10 years. I played basketball professionally for 9 years through 8 different countries. And now what I do, I'm an expert in mental toughness and getting yourself seen, heard, and known. I call it work on your game. I do that through professional speaking. I've done 3 TED Talks. I do it through coaching and consulting. I coach athletes, business professionals, and entrepreneurs, just people just like yourself. I've written 12 books, published 5,000 YouTube vids, 4,000 blog posts. I got an everyday podcast called Work on Your Game. And today, I want to tell you how you can get ahead over this holiday weekend. Anytime there's a holiday, anytime you know everybody going to be partying, everybody going to be chilling out, everybody going to be relaxing, drinking, eating, doing anything but working, I'm going to tell you how you're going to get ahead. Number one thing you got to do this weekend is Friday. Do this today on Friday. Write down a list of all the things you could do over this 3-day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, to get yourself ahead of whoever your competition might be. It might be people you know of, might be people you don't even know they exist. What can you do to get yourself ahead, knowing that everybody else is going to be chilling? Knowing that everybody else is going to be partying, knowing everybody else is going to be hanging out. Write down a list of things that you can do that will push you ahead of any possible competition. You might already be ahead of the competition. You might be ahead by this much, but what can get you ahead by this much? What can you do this weekend that will get you a little bit ahead of the competition? And again, it might be just a small difference, but a small difference over and over and over again. You keep making these small differences, they add up to a big difference. So what can you do? That's the number one question. Number two thing that you need to understand about getting ahead this weekend is that it's not just about your instant gratification. Okay, and life is not just about what you could do right now. Yes, I know it'd be great to go to the beach this weekend. I know it'd be great to go to that barbecue on Monday. I know it'd be great to just go get drunk on Friday and Saturday because you ain't got to be to work on Monday. I know, get drunk on Sunday too. I know there are a whole bunch of things. You could go lay out by the pool for 5 hours. I know you could go try to check this girl. I know you could go hang with your homeboys. I know there's a lot of things you could do, and they would all make you feel good in the moment. They would all be great, enjoyable in the moment, and you might feel peer pressure to do it, or you might feel like this is what everybody else is doing, so you get caught up in the energy of it, like, hey, this is what everybody's doing, I'm gonna do the same thing too. And that would be great. You would have a lot of fun, but let me tell you something. You got to think about your long-term goals. What is your long-term objective? What is your long-term definite teeth aim? What do you want to accomplish in the long term? When you think about what you want to accomplish in the long term, usually it don't have anything to do with laying out by the pool. Usually it don't have nothing to do with going to a barbecue. Usually it has nothing to do with drinking. Usually it has nothing to do with partying just because it's the weekend. What do you want to accomplish long term? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be 10, 15, 20 years from now? What do you want your kids to be doing 30 years from now? What kind of life do you want to leave to your family when you're gone? What do you want to accomplish long term? Think about those things when you're considering doing something that could just give you instant gratification, but is a negative investment, meaning that you're going to invest in it, but you're not going to get nothing back. Anything that you put time, effort, energy, and money into and you get nothing back that you can use to make you more money, to make you more time, make you more energy, get you more attention, then it's a bad investment. So ask yourself before you make a bad investment, what can I do that will get me to where I want to be long term in life, not just short term? Please keep tapping the screen. Let's please keep getting keep the hearts going, everybody. Whoever that is in the gold, I appreciate it. Orange too, and the green. Everybody. Third point of you getting ahead this weekend is remember that this weekend is what we call the third day. I got a TED Talk called The Third Day. The third day is all about discipline. It's about the discipline of showing up when you don't feel like showing up. The discipline of making things happen when you don't feel like making them happen. The discipline of getting yourself just a little bit ahead of your competition who didn't show up on that day. See, on the third day, you show up, your competition shows up, but you work a little bit harder. You show up a little bit more than they showed up. They're there, but they're not really there. You there for real. You there doing the work. This weekend, when you do that little bit of extra work that everybody else ain't doing because they partying and chilling and hanging out, that's going to get you this much ahead of people who may be trying to compete with you in terms of success, to make the basketball team, to get better grades, get into college, get a new customer. This much ahead. It's so small you can't even notice it. But If you make this a discipline, you make this a way of life, a principle for you, and you keep putting in that third day effort every single day, eventually this gap just gets wider and wider and wider to the point that you can't even see it, to the point that you up here and the competition's down here, you can't even see them no more. It's not even a competition no more, because you put in that little bit of extra work every time that third day came around. And the third day doesn't necessarily mean it got to be 1, 2, 3. The third day could be tomorrow. The third day could be the next day, the next day, the next day. The third day could be every day for you. If you develop the mindset of you're going to show up and you're going to put yourself at a higher level, you're going to hold yourself to a higher standard, because you know what your long-term goals are. You know what your long-term goals are because you wrote them down. Because you wrote down what you could do to get yourself ahead right now. So those are the points that you're going to take with you over this holiday weekend. Now, that doesn't mean don't have fun. Doesn't mean you got to turn down every barbecue invitation. Doesn't mean you can't go hang with the chick. Doesn't mean you can't go hang with the guy. But it means keep in mind that over the long term, what you do every single day adds up. A successful day is made up of, a successful life is made up of successful years. Years are made up of months. Months are made up of weeks. Weeks are made up of days. Days are made up of actions. If you want to have a successful life, you must take successful actions. If you do an action that is wasting time, you are building a life of wasted time. So think about that every time you take an action. What am I building on? Because whatever you do in the moment, every action is building on the day, week, month, year, and life. Everybody, my name is Dre All Day. I will take questions if we got any questions right now. My website is called DreAllDay.com. My Snapchat is at Dre Baldwin. I ain't going to tell y'all nothing else, because I got everything you want to know about me is on my website, DreAllDay.com. And you can send me a snap at Dre Baldwin. I'll tell you where it's at. My website again, DreAllDay.com. So I'm taking questions here. I'm talking about how you can get ahead for the weekend. If anyone got a question, go ahead and post it now, or forever hold your peace. Forever meeting until next time I live stream, which will probably be tomorrow.